Hi everyone, welcome to Moody Tuesday on Have You Heard? And to commemorate my new recording space here, we are returning to On the Threshold of a Dream, where we did our first ever video, Have You Heard? And we're going from the final track to the opening two tracks, In the Beginning and Lovely to See You. Now, what I'm trying to do nowadays is to return to the original ethos of the channel a little bit, and that's to champion the underappreciated and perhaps underrated, certainly underlooked songs, bands, tracks, whatever, from YouTube. And with the Moody Blues, we're now getting to the stage where lots and lots of songs that we still all want to listen to are not being looked at on YouTube, and this is no exception to that. One young lady has listened to In the Beginning just on its own, and she was totally flummoxed by the whole thing. And then there's another reactor who's listened to Lovely to See You, but not listened to In the Beginning, and I think that they both go together. I'm hoping you all agree. The transition is so wonderful. So there are no standalone videos of these two together being done by a reaction channel. So let's put that right. It's great. When I first heard In the Beginning, I thought, oh my word, what the heck is this? And then with a little bit of reading and a little help from Monty Python and the Philosopher's Sketch, I realised who René Descartes was, and the whole I am therefore I am business became clearer to me. But be that as it may, we'll talk about the song afterwards. But here we are, we'll listen to In the Beginning and Lovely to See You from the April 1969 Moody Blues album, On the Threshold of a Dream. Enjoy, everybody.
Therefore I am. I think.
Of course you are, my bright little star. I've miles and miles of files, pretty files of your forefathers' fruit. And now to suit our great computer, your magnetic ink.
I'm more than that. I know I am. At least, I think I must be.
There you go, man. Keep as cool as you can. Face piles of trials with smiles. It riles them to believe that you perceive the web they weave. And keep on thinking
Lovely to see you again, my friend.
Dear Diary, what a day it's been. Dear Diary, it feels just like a dream. Sorry, the wrong song. Um, yeah, they kind of followed on, didn't they, from In Search of the Lost Chord, and had that very mystical, weird opening monologue, poem, whatever you want to call it, and then transitioned into a good old fashioned rocker, just like Ride My Seesaw on the previous album. Lovely to See You fulfills that kind of role in this one. And it's a really great song with a beautiful middle eight. I just love it when it slows down slightly and Justin sings in that higher tone. It is so gorgeous. But it's a real welcome to the album. Lovely to see you, my friends. Walk along with me to the next bend. And the whole album is all about the dream of a better life, isn't it? Um, the utopian flower power, um, pre-Woodstock feeling that things can surely only get better now. All you need is love and all of that stuff. And that's what everybody was thinking in early 1969. And of course, it all came down to earth with a bump after that. But you can't help but feel that the whole album is it's a dream. It's a belief that things are going to get better. And well, it transports us back to that time, doesn't it? But let's talk a little bit about the two. Well, the first song in particular, In the Beginning. Of course, it's not a song, but those mellotron sounds that they tinkered with. Derek Varnell's tinkered with all kinds of things um, to create what they call, I read it on Wikipedia, they called it pink noise, which kind of makes you feel like you're somewhere, but you're not really there. And then we come to the spoken word. And that's Justin, of course, first of all. He's the first man. I am, I think I am, therefore I am, I think. And then Graham Edge, the maniacal Graham Edge. And again, I read that to create that whole in the machinery kind of evil professor kind of feel, they took all their wristwatches off. Remember, this is 1969 and all the wristwatches used to tick. And they put them in a funnel with a microphone so that all the ticking sounds became magnified. And then they incorporated that with the sounds of the rotor from the internal system of the mellotron, the clanking rotor, and put that all together to create this evil kind of feeling where Graham Edge puts on his most horror show voice. Of course you are my bright little star. I've miles and miles of files, pretty files of your forefathers' fruit. And now to suit our great computer. And of course, computers in 1969 were huge big things. Later the following year, I went to work at Fort Dunlop in Birmingham, which was the headquarters of Dunlop Tyres. And my father worked at Dunlop, and he worked in the computer department. And I'd go down and visit him, and the computer filled a whole room, and it was a big room, and that was the computer. It's incredible to think that that's what it was like not so long ago. We're still listening to the music from that age, but we can't even begin to understand or remember almost what the technology was like in those days, or the lack of technology. And of course, then after Graham does his thing, Mike Pinder's The Cool Dude. There you go, man. stay as cool as you can. It's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. And then the beautiful, almost angelic, heavenly transition into Lovely to See You. Um, it's one of my favourite opening parts of any album, and it has been since the first day I bought it. And of course, lots of people bought this album. It was the Moody's first UK #1. It got to number 20 in the US charts. I think it was their first top 20 album in the US. And Justin always says that this kind of was the Moody's peak as far as he thought. And you went into almost any living room in the country, and this album would be there. I mean, that's incredible. And to reach that success reasonably quickly after joining together as these five musicians is fantastic. Yeah, I'm so pleased to have done that song today, and I'm welcoming your thoughts and comments. Please tell me what you think. Also, what do you think of this recording space? I think I might call it the studio. Richard's studio. Very original. But tell me what you think of the Moody Blues and this particular song, and what you think perhaps of me going back to being a little bit more obscure. We've well over 500 subscribers now, 540 I think. We've got over 3,000 watch hours. I'm going to be able to monetize the channel very soon once YouTube have done all their checks and balances and whatever. But I mean, that will help, I think, in allowing me to start involving everybody more and more in the channel. And that's what I'm hoping to do further down the line. But I'm also wanting now, I think, now that we've got a core bunch of people watching us, to start championing the underdog more, and let's not play all the stuff that everybody else plays. Maybe, I mean, even with our Yes Fridays, we've got to the stage where we've just about done all of the big hitters. So now we can start listening to the less well-known songs, or the songs that don't get as much love. And there's still quite a few of our favourite prog bands where there's lots of those songs. So I hope you'll enjoy me going along that path a little bit. But in the meantime, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, please. If you haven't subscribed yet and you've enjoyed yourself watching this, please subscribe. We've got lots of songs to catch up with on our playlists below. But until the next video, which is tomorrow, I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you all then. But until then, cheers everybody.